Okay, Aries, we are kicking off June 1st with you. Couldn't decide which deck it is that I wanted to use, but I decided to go with, I think, the Golden Universal. It's been a while since I used it. I was actually thinking of Tarot with a New Vision, so I may switch. Who knows? But this looked enticing, so we're going to go with that. Okay, so what do we have? So what do we have coming up for this month? The first week of this month. All right. Now, it is important that I remind you that this is not a personal reading, okay? What that means is there may be some things in this reading that will be a bit confusing or may make no sense to you, all right? Those things, let them go. They're not yours, okay? There's over 8 billion people on this planet. I may have to cut that out. Okay. There's over 8 billion people on the planet. Chances are I can be picking up on somebody else's energy or some kind of different energy or somebody that you're interacting with. It's going to be confusing or it may make no sense because it's not yours. So let that part of it go. Anything else that resonates with you, take that, okay? So in short, what that means is take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? That's what we all mean when we say that. All right. Also, I'm using no equipment. I have a monitor right here. And I'm starting to get used to basically looking at the lens rather than the monitor. But it is a bit distracting. So I may from time to time look over there, especially even to check the time. Also, sometimes when I'm channeling, I tend to look off to the side also. Here, there, wherever. My usual choice is this left side. There's nothing in that corner. So, all right. It's no big deal. Nothing of excitement in that corner. All right. And one more thing. Tarot can be taken literally or metaphorically. It's up to you to know and decide and decipher how it applies to you. How will this reading speak to you? How can you apply it to your life? Okay. At the very least, extract the wisdom. But at the very least, just just allow me to entertain you. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. 7 of Wands. What's going on? Oh, Ace of Cups. You're blocking love. Don't want love. Bah humbug. Somebody not Okay. Let's see. Oh. Is there somebody offering something to you that you don't want? You're waiting for something else? Yep. Not wanting to go that route. Not wanting to. So you have the 7 of Wands and then you have the Justice. Judgment in reverse. Okay. Let me pull out some cards. I'm going to put some out here and then we're going to dive into it. So I can assess it and see what you're trying to tell me here. All right. Get comfortable. Get to a position. Then. All right, sit tight. Oh, look at that, 7 of Swords. Oh, here's the Devil. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. I'll show them to you in a moment. I see the 10 of Swords at the bottom. Why is my nose itching? Somebody talking about you. There's a Fool. What is going on? So far we have for the situation. Man, what's going on? Not nice. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. 5 of Cups. Just before that, the Devil was under there looking at me with his ugly, hairy face. He's hairy like animal. 7 of Wands. Judgment in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Fool. Five of Swords. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm getting. It's interesting. Something happened that could have been quite draining. I want to say dramatization. I don't know how to apply that at this moment, so maybe we'll come back to it. Or maybe it's just specifically in short. Here's something in this ear. Drama. Drama. Maybe somebody was full of drama. Maybe walking away or leaving somebody was the right choice, or maybe you felt like it was the right choice. Okay. Now, it looks like somebody had pushed something or another person away. You could have even pushed love away. Okay. That Ace of Cups that I saw in the very beginning was maybe somebody had a new start or a chance at love, and then maybe blocked it or pushed it away. The Judgment in reverse says that it maybe wasn't a good idea or something, or maybe, you know, we all have a choice. I don't like generally using that, but whoever this is, they may be feeling or thinking that it was a bad choice. People make choices based off of what they think is best for them at the time. And a lot of times onlookers on the outside, even people that are caught in the crossfire or the, you know, whatever, generally say that that person made a bad choice. We can look at that and say, ooh, yeah, bad idea. But technically, it's not really our place to say, especially if we're the one that got dumped. We've all been in that position and it sucks. But, you know, who am I to say that that person made a wrong choice? They did what they thought that they wanted at the time. Okay. So I don't want to come from a place of sounding narcissistic as that person's never going to have better than me. Well, you know, I think you understand what I'm saying. So, speaking from experience, whether I got hurt or not, I guess it's not really my place. My place is just to kind of figure out how I can move on with my life. However, whoever the person is, they are feeling like maybe they were a little uncertain about the decision that they made. Now, they may feel like they had a lot of support, or maybe something else better was waiting for them. Now, I don't know that I feel like somebody wants to kind of start over, or they're thinking or contemplating something about starting over. And they don't want to be the person who wins at all costs anymore. And I feel like that could have been what it was. There may have been somebody who did something in order to hurt another person in order to gain the advantage, gain the upper hand. And I feel like they don't want to use that strategy anymore, which is good. Okay. Somebody has used a strategy that was probably uncalled for. Probably on somebody that it made no sense. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't right. It wasn't correct. I'm hearing something over there. Okay. And somebody's feeling a little bit bad about it. All right. Now, I wonder why they're feeling bad about it. Did they have this massive, like, awakening, near-death experience, and they're like, oh, I've committed some sins, you know, I need to correct it. That's incredibly rare. Or it could be that, you know, maybe something happened to that person, and now they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that because now I'm getting paid back, you know? So, let's see. Two Wands. It's in the reverse position. Two Wands, Ace of Swords in reverse. Somebody wants to reconnect or probably make amends or make peace with another person. Maybe they're looking to see, you know, they want to look at, I feel like somebody wants to be successful, but I feel like something is being restricted. There's definitely a heavy restriction here. Okay. Now they may be unable to talk or speak with another person. It's done. It's cut off. So somebody could have done something that was very, very bad, underhanded, very bad. And they may have actually benefited from it. Now, for whatever reason, there is something, it's almost like when you take, I'm going to put it like this, fecal matter hits the fan, but it blows back. You know, it's giving that. All right. It's at the expense of somebody's happiness. Okay. Somebody's happiness. You got the Four of Wands. You have the, I'm looking at this so I can see it. It's backwards. Okay. So you have Strength, Empress, Four of Wands. Now, I kind of feel like this is something that's not happened yet. Now, for some, it depends where you are on your timeline, because this timeline may not be the same for everyone. For some, this has already passed. For some, it's going on right now. For others, it could be something that's coming up very, very soon. For me, this feels like it's somewhat of a future event where somebody's like looking at another person, wanting to reconnect. Now, it's like it's at the expense of somebody's happiness. Now, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. That is what this is telling me. So whoever got the short end of the stick has learned and grown from it. Okay. And they are finding complete happiness. And they're not letting somebody around them ever again. Somebody's very guarded. They've learned a lot of lessons. Whoever this is, they learned a lot of lessons, but they're doing great. They're doing great. I'll tell you what. I don't know who this is, but there is someone who feels like they trusted the wrong person. And if they were damaged before, they're even far more damaged now. I feel like, so I don't know who this is, but somebody in this scenario could be either. Okay. Somebody trusted the wrong person and now they feel a bit more damaged and they're just like, somebody's blocking love. They don't want love. They don't want anything around them, especially if it's, you know, another part of this, you know, this dynamic duo that was going on here. Yeah. Somebody's good. They are alone. They are, you know, definitely feeling much better about themselves. They're much more selective. I feel like somebody's just happy. These are upside down. Let me see what they are. Eight of Cups, King of Cups. I don't know why that's in reverse, but it's in reverse in my deck. I always keep all my cards in the upright. It's a Six of Swords in reverse. So the energy of somebody is reflecting, contemplating, thinking. Okay. So that could be why, if you're feeling some kind of an energy or anything like that, if you're feeling any kind of disturbance, if you're feeling any kind of anxiety. I remember when I started this out, I felt a little bit anxious. If somebody's feeling that energy, it's probably because somebody else is thinking very, very strongly about you and about the situation and thinking, you know, it's almost like a fantasy. We all go through that where we're like, you think like when you won something. You ever fantasize about buying a car, winning the lottery, going up to that person that you want to date or somebody that you're attracted to, having the courage. You fantasize about these things. Well, it's basically what this person's doing. They're thinking or fantasizing about contacting you. A lot of times it doesn't necessarily mean that in the physical world that they're going to come back to us, but they do contemplate these things. There's lots of times whenever we all have, and it's just part of the human experience. Okay. We all think about certain things from the past and or whatever. We always think of scenarios in our mind and we think of, you know, what it would be like or what can we do? All right. A lot of people do that. I'm not going to say everyone, but you know. So that's what you have. If you're feeling kind of anxious, I don't necessarily know that this person's going to come back to you, okay? But I do know that they're contemplating it, all right? So if you're feeling any kind of anxious energy, that's what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to come back. In fact, I feel like they know that they can't. But if you're feeling that energy, there's a reason. It's because they are thinking about you, all right? I don't think they're very happy either. They may see it, yeah. You got the Star and then you got the World. This is the energy that's been going on for a little while for, you know, a lot of different, you know, I guess different signs or different... I'm trying to think of, you know, the other readings that I did. But this is basically the energy that's going around lately. It just seems like it's being recycled over and over again. So, I feel like something's coming back to haunt another person. If you are working on something, continue to work on that, whatever it is. Do your best to, you know, whenever you get the thoughts about somebody else or think about whatever that is, if you feel any kind of anxious energy or something that doesn't feel good to you, or if you think sometimes you're like, maybe you get like a fleeting thought about somebody from your past, maybe it could be this person. Do your best to try to focus and stay focused and driven on something else, because these little things are definitely going to creep back in and they're going to distract us. So it's up to us to kind of like cut out that energy the best that we can and try not to think about it. It's in the past. You know, the brain is a strange organ. It's going to keep doing that over and over again to us. So your best bet is to do whatever it is that you can to control your thoughts and not let your thoughts control you. All right. With that, you know, you got the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Sun. I'm sorry, the thing is backwards. Sun. Lovers. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're definitely going to be much happier. There's something that you're learning. You know, you could even be learning or researching or studying something about, I want to say twin flames, which I don't get into all that stuff. I don't buy into all that stuff, but somebody else does. So somebody could be like studying and researching about twin flames. Somebody could even be studying something about religion, studying about maybe even human psychology, relationship dynamics, different love. There is something that's going on here where somebody's becoming more and more enlightened about, you know, something that maybe happened that they weren't really, you know, example, you weren't really able to get any answers from somebody in the past. So you're diving into something else to help yourself heal, because you're not going to get it from somebody else. The only thing that you can do is remember the signs and symptoms or whatever it was that somebody displayed. And then you can kind of like research and find out why somebody may have done certain things to get your own answers. That's something I see. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it there. But I definitely see happiness and success. And could there be, you know, somebody coming back together with another person? Not back together. Could there be somebody meeting a new person? Yeah, definitely could be. You definitely could be meeting another person. But I'm not going to dive into that. I don't feel like it's anything that's on anyone's mind right now. I feel like somebody's studying at work and thinking about work. Okay, thinking about studying, thinking about, you know, up-leveling or upgrading their life. I don't necessarily know that it feels like it's somebody else that's involved, or at least right now. Okay, but that could definitely be on the horizon. That could definitely be on the horizon. All right, I'm going to leave it there. You have the Death card. Yep, definitely a change in the air. All right, I'm leaving it there. Okay, Aries, good luck. Thank you for returning. I want you to do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. That is pretty much it. And I'll see you soon.